Now, on this topic of managing data entry, this is a really interesting one for a couple different reasons. The biggest is very often the people that are doing data entry are the youngest, most inexperienced people in the company, whether that's on the market automation or sales automation side. So they don't necessarily understand the implications of bad data. And having the process well documented will go a long, long way. So let's talk a little bit about how these processes all kind of build. Go ahead and click the screen one more time. It's funny how everybody wants to do the stuff on the right. Everyone wants to talk about how their business has been transformed and they're able to achieve all these goals on the right. But the reality is the stuff on the far left affects your ability to execute your business the way that you want to on the right. So for example, if you really want to do a great job at lead routing, and you've got duplicate leads and contacts and you've got duplicate accounts, you're not going to be successful. As a matter of fact, we highly recommend not working with leads at all and just automatically converting leads to contacts on the way in. Dramatically simplifies reporting, provides a whole lot more visibility to your ABM system as well too. And it makes working together a whole lot easier. But spend the extra time to get lead routing right. You want to get rid of your duplicates. You really want to make sure your hierarchies are well established. And if you don't, you're not going to hit your goals of a high level of lead accuracy. Sandless scoring. I know out of the box, traditionally tools like Marketo do a really poor job of putting together a scoring system that everyone believes in. A lot of that is because the data is bad or missing. And a lot of people have moved toward systems like Bombora to provide some intent. And there are other systems like that too that can do similar things, and G2 can, Zoom Info can. That's all great, but you want to make sure that those are integrated into your scoring models, that you're not just getting an email from Bombora a day saying, hey, here's my top prospects. You want to track them and move that into your system so you've got one place to look. And there are a lot of ways to do it. Here at OpenPrize, we have a series of scores, A, B, C, D. Systems that are surging use a plus, so it's very simple that people know why this thing is in front of them. And I mentioned before with scoring, make sure that you're integrating all of your intent signals, not just the ones that you're purchasing, but things that reflect your business. So that could affect things like what you're seeing in your ticketing system to identify customers that are very happy or very unhappy that you need to address. And also things like free trials that may be happening in your system. If someone is spending 10 hours a week in your free trial, you definitely want that reflected in your scoring system. So take the time to defragment all these and put them together in one set of data that you can trust. I will mention too on ABM and attribution, some of the critical things that we see. For better or worse, unfortunately, many of the ABM solutions that are out there, these account-based marketing systems start with contacts. And I saw a demo from one of the leading providers a couple of weeks ago when we were thinking about partnering. And the first thing that the rep showed me is how you can pull contacts out of Salesforce and then work your accounts that way. And when I mentioned that most companies have 3/4 of the people in their database as leads, the guy's eyes glazed over. And the reality is, if you're not working in contacts, many of these systems won't even be able to know that you're already working with a lot of people in the target company. And finally, attribution is critically important, not just for marketing people, but for sales as well. Your marketing team has very, very limited budgets. And at the end of the day, you want all the air cover you can get, having them execute on the most effective campaigns. And they can't do that if they're not doing good attribution. I also recommend when it comes to attribution that you look not just at marketing data, but sales data as well. We have several companies that we work with that pull in data from SalesLoft and Outreach, take that activity data in those tools, convert them into campaigns, and then put them together into their attribution system so they have a more holistic view of what's happening and how deals get done. Bottom line here, if you have stuff going on the left, then you really won't be able to do a great job of transforming your business processes on the right. So take the time to make sure that you've aligned all of your data and clean it up so you can support these key business processes that are so important to you.